The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 36. You get the NASDAQ off 8. S&Ps are off 4. We have gold trading at, let's see. Oh, she's going to make the run. This is going to get wild, man. There's always something volatile, Tommy, out here.
There is.
Every day. So you get gold up $8, $12.49.80. You get silver up 8 cents, $15.10. Platinum's up 9 at $9.44. We get oil flat at $34.52, and the notes, you get the 10-year down 3 ticks. The 30-year is up 2 ticks. And as we do each and every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we got our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade, Think or Swim. And, folks, every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, right on your cell phone. We get swim lessons right here at TFNN. Awesome program. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, guys. Well, hello. Good morning from sunny Florida.
Hello back from Florida. That's right.
And,
what a day, huh?
And isn't it beautiful out?
I'm finally on the O'Brien side of the country.
That's a way to be, man.
That's a beautiful thing. And listen, folks, okay, you know, there's plenty of folks right now listening in Orlando and Tampa area, right at the Disney World.
Contemporary.
The Contemporary, thank you. We have the Money Show out there today. It starts at 12 o'clock, okay? Go visit TD Ameritrade.
The hall's open till 8 o'clock tonight.
Till 8 o'clock tonight. 12 to 8.
Yeah.
Goes tomorrow also.
Yeah.
Get over there, go check them out, go tell them that the Tigers and Tigers
You're
out
going to
there.
be making a run over there. You're going to be hanging out with the crowd.
I'm coming up to see you, man.
You are? Good.
Yeah, as soon as we finish the show, I got to
get a lay of the land, see what's going on.
Totally.
Perfect.
Totally, man.
See you here.
Hey, so you know, I was listening to you and JJ yesterday and John Hart, and I got to tell you, folks. Okay, I've been using the Think or Swim platform for a long period of time, and I've used a lot of platforms, folks. Okay, and realistically, most times if you do a lot of trading, you have a couple platforms just in case something does happen. Okay.
Of course.
What is so cool is that yesterday, Kevin had JJ on, and then he had John Hart on. Now, John Hart, folks, okay, runs the software part of it, you know, putting these together.
Right,
and
product development.
You have to test drive, you know, this platform. I happen to use, Kevin, I use my phone all the time for it. And it'll blow your mind, folks, okay, what you can have on your phone for a trading platform.
You show me. Yeah, I know. You pull it out.
It's unbelievable. I do it all night. I mean, in the middle, well, you know what? It's a lot easier. Think about this for a second. You know, even in 2007, I'd have to get up at night and go look at the computer, right? Yeah. All I do right now, I take my, I swipe it, I hit the trade deal and say, okay.
The trade deal. You hit their app, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The trade deal.
Well,
We'll get that terminology down, but he's with it.
I mean, that's about as much content as I can fit in to an hour show. With me and JJ talking for the first half hour, and, you know, him and I, we can't get in a word in edgewise when him and I are in the same studio. And then John Hart comes in, and he's just talking about next level things.
Yeah, I was watching that myself. And that cool diagram with all the different Venn diagrams going off. And
I'm telling you, man, you know, it's a mind blower. It's a mind blower, folks, how much they can put on. So what is my screen here? That's like 2 inches by 6.
Yeah.
I mean, everything you need is on it. Your trades are on it. Your orders that are in are on it. The orders that you're looking at are in on it.
And that's where it's going, right? I remember Zuckerberg just came out or something. They were talking about his product development and something where he said to his programmers, you know, if you bring me something for desktop, like, I'm just going to tell you to leave my office because it's all going to mobile, and that's 100%, yeah.
I mean, John Laguerre, the CEO of T-Mobile, said it about 10 days ago in an interview, and it was riveting.
Yeah, you know, people say it and you go, of course, right? Of course. Why would it not be in your palm and when you can do everything? You see when people make dynamic apps like the trading app and, like, you know, like the apps we all use, when it's that dynamic, why do you need to go to the desktop? And the apps are going to be the deal for sure.
And it seems like, I'm not kidding, man, that the phone is 10 times easier than the computer.
Well, it's convenience, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
it is. It is. It is. I don't have to.
And it's on all the time, right?
It is on all the time.
So it's always
It's like within reach all the time, exactly.
Well, you know, especially, this is what ends up happening, right? Especially in the volatile market, right? Because, you know, like, folks, we, as traders, right, we do need a life, okay? So when you go home and you're eating supper, instead of having to bring up a computer,
How
you know,
nice of you.
well, listen, all the kids anyway are looking at their phone. Well, I can look at my phone now, too.
There you go. Perfect.
And I can give Tom and Tommy, just for laughs, I can give our listeners a little insight. If you notice me ever quiet for more than 20 seconds, chances are I got my head down trading while we're doing the show.
Exactly.
So I'm like, hold on 1 minute, let me. Okay.
It's a beautiful thing. So
It's been known to happen around here a few times occasionally as well. Yeah.
Hey, so you're going to be doing the swim lessons live from the Money Show, right?
Live from the Money Show, yes, sir.
And what are we going to be talking about today?
We're going to talk about the thing that, you know, Scott and I did this topic, and we weren't sure if it was a good one. But we did trade repair.
Oh, cool.
What
Yes.
happens when your trade goes bad?
Yep.
And everyone loved it, and everyone keeps asking for it. So we're doing it again live from the Money Show. We're going to do a show on trade repair.
Nice.
No,
And that's right when the hall opens. That'll be cool.
I'm going to be listening, man. I'll be listening on the car on the way up because that is an amazing show. There's no doubt about it. Kevin, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we're going to look forward to seeing you in a few hours.
Can't wait to see you, old friend.
Okay, man. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's down 63, Nasdaq's off 18, S&P's are down 8. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now down 60. You get the NASDAQ off 19. S&Ps are off 7.5. And if you are going to that money show, folks, so it's at the Contemporary Hotel in Disney World. Normally, it's always been at the Gaylord Palms.
Gaylord Palms,
Yeah. So the Contemporary...
they're probably 5 or 10 miles away from each other.
Is that there? Okay.
I mean, it's close because the Gaylord Palms is right on the outskirts of Disney, so it's right there.
So it starts at 12 noon today, 12 to 8 today, and then it goes tomorrow, all day tomorrow, and Saturday morning, I believe. So
yeah, and I would, if you're going to go, I would get out there when there's some good action, either today or tomorrow, because like we saw when we were in New York, I mean, the opening was so much good action.
That's
and, you know, I'm sure people who are attending the show like to talk to other people that are attending it too.
Exactly.
You know, and just, it was a better feel when there's that many good traders, people eager to talk and learn and have a conversation.
Yeah, no doubt. So we get natural gas numbers coming out at 10:30. That's going to always be volatile. And, you know, in this case, let's see where this natural gas market is trading right now. This has been the one-way trade in an extraordinary way. So let's see. We got natural gas.
Down 3 pennies, it's saying.
Yeah, look at that, man. 164, right?
Yes.
Look at that.
Now, this is the one. This would be delayed, though, right? Just as I believe natural gas, just like oil, would be delayed.
I think this one's not.
Okay, we'll find out.
You know what it does here? I'll be able to tell. This is wait to hear this. This is what's pretty cool. Let me see if I do this way. I think what ends up happening is that when I bring up it a different way, natural gas, energy. Yeah, it is delayed. It would be delayed. Yeah,
I believe it is.
Yeah.
So
this one over here, if we bring up the Nadex product.
Yeah, that's it.
We got 164. Is that where it's at right now?
Yes, that's the live quote.
You know, so if you're going to trade that natural gas product, folks, you know, even if you want to basically paper trade it, come over to the website of TFNN, pull up the Nadex banner. You can open up the account. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into it for you. It doesn't cost anything to open it up, and you can see how this thing moves. So what type of contracts are out there?
You were looking for it maybe to go up, right?
I was. And what's happening, and that's what I said to Tommy earlier, I'd trade this thing, but I got to get in the car and
you have a money show day,
go visit Kevin. So it's like, okay, man, am I going to get hung up in the middle of this?
But we'll go over exactly what, you know, because, so here, you know, there's a bunch of different spreads. Here we see the possible spreads. The ones we pulled up are the daily 2:30 p.m.
Right.
And it looks like those have about a 50-cent spread in each one.
Okay.
So if you're looking for a pop, the market's at, let's say, 165.
Yeah.
And depending on, you know, the type of move you want, but let's just take a look at this spread, where we're going to be basically towards the bottom of the spread's going to be 145.
Yeah.
We're going to be about 20 cents above that. So we'll be in at 165, and then you'll have 30 cents of profit. So we're going to be risking basically $2 for every $3 in potential profit.
Okay.
So when you pull up one, and there you go. And that's, you know, that's why I just pull it up before I go through it, so you can see how you can understand it. And that's a nice spread in that you're getting in almost at market, which is really nice because you know, if it just settles where you're at, you're not going to lose any money.
Right. And in that case, now if we walk through this, folks, now I wouldn't go long right now. See, that's too risky for me because it just kept getting low and we haven't had a sign of strength yet. That's all I'm saying.
Right, you have a lot of exposure to the downside here. Now, you know, the other way, if you didn't want to pay as much, but you were willing to pay more premium and looking for a huge move, you know, it's almost too far away from the real spread because you're going to be a full 5 cents under the market, but just to go over these options. You know, that's where you're paying $12 for 500. If you were happen to get some insane report that came out.
Right. So the way that you would do this, right, is that you let the number come out first, folks. I'd look for a spike, then look for a retracement after the spike. Either way, you know what I'm saying? That's because then what would end up happening is you have more information to trade on.
Yeah.
You know.
And then just to highlight, I mean, then they have one that, you know, just like in the NASDAQ, you have a master spread, they call it, the 80-point NASDAQ spread. They have a full dollar spread.
Right.
And so this is basically just, you know, a futures play in that you're going to have, almost $500 to the downside, almost $500 to the up, because you're basically right in the middle of a full spread. So you have 50 cents to the downside, 50 cents to the upside, with it being a dollar.
And we're going to get that number in 7 minutes. Okay,
yeah, we're
cool.
going to go into the break, and we come back. We come back right at 30 past. So we'll come back right on the one.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
So,
and of course, just you know, when we go through it, actually, well, before we jump around, just because we're going to wait for the number, looking at
the binaries, right? Oh, cool. Yeah.
So this is just the same thing. So what's interesting here is, if you're going to play the news and you're going to get in, get out, you'd probably want the 11 o'clocks, because you're going to be paying less of a premium for that time. So if you plan on getting out, and so here's even looking at it. What's nice is you can just hit the chart button right next to each time frame.
Yes.
And then what it's going to do is it's going to load those binaries right on the chart.
Isn't that cool?
So you can see visually where the market is.
Right.
And what your options kind of are.
Oh, I like that. I know. I didn't.
Yeah.
I've seen you when you wrote up the columns that have it like that.
So that's in the binary section. You got to hit it right over here.
Okay.
And then it's going to show you each one. So these
How
all
cool is
expire at
that?
11 o'clock.
Right.
So I mean, you can see that. You know, there's massive opportunities here for sure. Still, I mean, that's decently priced for the type of move. You're looking at even 167, which it was just trading at almost 7 in the morning. And
it's $26,
right,
$27.
You're putting up almost
now.
25. You're putting up $1 to make 3.
Right. Right. Wow, this is pretty wild.
In the same respect, look at even just dropping a 162. You're only risking 14 to make 86.
Yep.
So that's a good way. If you're going to trade something as out of the money as like a spread that we just went over, where the bottom of the floor is 170, then maybe a higher probability play could be purchasing an out of the money binary.
That would be.
And you don't have to necessarily have it go over. I mean, you could easily get in this, and when it touches 167, maybe you're getting out of it for right around 50.
Yes.
So that's your play, where you don't have to then worry about it going over, because you can see it consolidating in this area, and you don't have to worry about it just oscillating on that level.
Totally.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, you gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
This is, you know, it's wild, folks. Is that, you know, on Wednesdays, of course, we got the oil numbers.
Yes.
Thursday we have the gas numbers.
It's a nice time doing 10 o'clock in the morning. We get a half hour after the market open, we come on, and then we usually get some good news midweek.
Yep. And, you know, here we go with gold. Okay, so this is going to get wild, man.
Yeah.
This is, so gold's up $15.60 right now. You're already done 118,000 contracts. You're going, the swing point that it just took out is 1254.30. I believe that was 220,000. Let's see this. 270,000 contracts. It's gonna be a close call whether they can get 270 today. What you're gonna see though, when you take this out, we're only you're $7 away from the high now. And
what's the high we looking at?
1263.90.
Okay.
And when we get back, we'll talk about this. But I was just telling Tommy, if you saw Bloomberg this morning, Ray Dalio was out there saying you should have 5 to 10% of gold in your portfolio. And I'm sure those professionals are looking at that like, oh, really? We better get moving. Tommy and I come right back, folks. You stay right there.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Well, we get natural gas stockpiles fell 48 BCF.
Billion cubic feet, right?
Billion cubic feet.
And we got a little pop, man.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. We were looking at those binaries, and so it was up, and then it pulled back right before the news. And
yes.
I said this 167 went from being able to get it at 25 versus being able to get it to 20.
Right.
Where when you get it at 20, you only need to be successful 20% of the time versus, 1 out of 5 versus 1 out of 4.
Yes.
And it popped right there. So you either, like we said, if you had a plan to maybe get out of it at 50, which you can see how quickly they move, and we've seen as we watch.
It's at 47 right now.
That's as we watch.
It's 58. It's 50. It is 61.
Yeah.
Look at
now,
that.
You're getting out, though, just to put it, you'd be getting out at the offer.
Yeah.
Right. So, so this is our exit.
At the bid.
At the bid, yeah. So that's our exit,
Right.
And what's going on right now is there's just so much volatility that's why there's an enormous spread built in here. But that would be why you'd probably want your order in there.
Yes,
to make
no
sure.
doubt. And folks, if you trade those binaries, absolutely have your order in there.
Because the spreads are not this big. They'll be about 6 or 7.
Exactly.
Once this settles down a little bit.
Right. And that's not going to be enough of juice for natural gas anyway, which is just wild, man. It's like that just can't get off the bottom,
Yeah.
And
just watching it though, it's always interesting. Even the oil, it takes like 20 or 30 minutes to really get a direction.
It does
for the rest of the day.
It does. There's no doubt. Let's go over and take a look at that. Well, let's pull it up right here. Can we pull the oil market up?
Sure.
Because the oil market looks to me that you're still building that cause to get up into that swing point, man. And
same thing. I just happened to click on the binary one, so it's going to load with the binaries during the day.
See, that's a nice little setup.
Oil got a pop on the natural gas numbers.
Right.
So I'm sure there's probably something in there talking about demand maybe for energy that's going to correlate to both of them.
34.54 we're at.
We're right at where we had popped at the open, so we'll see if it can get above that.
Yeah.
As natural gas pulls back that almost entirely.
Look at that. Oh, my God. That is just unbelievable. And you
Goes
know,
right back up and touches this area, and then pulls right back.
Just gives it up.
Yeah.
Gives it up in spades.
Before it goes back up again.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go back over. We had, this the way gold's trading right now. It's approached GCJ6. What I'd really like to see is that I'd like to see it lay underneath this high of the 1263. The reason being, we've hit 1258. You have 124,000 contracts, which is great. But if it makes a run for the whole deal, man, it's going to have to really go up big numbers, because I don't like to see a break topside and it just makes it. It's like a marathon, right? You're at the end and like it gets tired.
Sure. Yeah, you want to see it plow right through it.
Versus waking up in the morning, right? And if it lays right here, folks, if it lays at 1255, and we do, 250,000 contracts, which we definitely do. When we just started the show, it was only 117,000. Now we got 124,000. So this thing is going. Then it's going to have a much better chance to get up and over that baby, because it just can't hit it. Because what's going to happen is that as it comes up there and hit it, there's going to be plenty of traders that want to sell that.
Sure.
Yeah. If we go over it, let's go take a look at the GLD, because what does happen is that you can get some really good clues out of the GLD, I've found, because of the fact that it's the whole chicken egg deal.
Sure.
They buy the GLD, you got to buy the futures. You buy the futures, you got to buy the GLD. So what we're doing with the GLD now is that you're coming into the last swing point of 119.86, and we're going to have the volume there. We've done 5.1 million, that's 17 million. We're not going to have the volume of 49 million.
Yeah.
That's just not going to happen.
Sure.
So that is also lining up that you want it to basically just lay at this high. And, we'll figure out how this shakes out tomorrow. What I was saying a little bit earlier before the break is that if you listened to Bloomberg this morning, Ray Dalio was on, and they had about a 15-minute interview with him. And they were talking about markets, and he had brought up the aspect that he thought that investors should have 5 to 10% of gold in their portfolio as a diversification. And it was an intriguing conversation, folks, because Dalio is one of the most successful hedge fund guys in a long period of time, like 30 years.
Sure.
And what he was talking about is that he thought that we're in a investment environment that 4% a year is big money per year. And he's seeing this for the next few years. And in that aspect, he was saying that, listen, gold is cash. And he says cash is something you should have also, even though it makes nothing. But when cash makes nothing and we're in a negative atmosphere, well, guess what? As a diversification and an insurance policy, and he was talking about the central banks having a hard time basically figuring out how to get fiat money going again,
Yeah.
So.
No, it all makes sense for sure.
Yeah, it does. It was
Oh.
Look at that. Okay, so.
Yeah, so there, you could get out at 60. We could have got in 20 right before the news.
Look at that. So, and that's the binary.
That's the binary.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a real possible trade that you could have made. And so that's you're making twice what you'd put up even if you're getting out at 60. And that way, because like we see, this has 25 minutes left until expiration at 11 a.m. That's a lot of money to leave on the table, 60 to make 40.
It is.
With it obviously having the potential to be right back under that level. So.
Well, it was funny yesterday is that when I traded that oil yesterday, what ended up happening, folks, is that when you gave me that stat at the end of the program, right?
Yeah.
Because remember, I was saying I only had 250 at risk, but the reality is I had 580.
You had like 600 at risk to make a possible 900. Was the max to make 300, basically. You had 600 at risk, and that's because you were like 2/3 of the way to the positive end of your spread.
Right. So
you always want to be reevaluating your risk reward, right? So
you do.
Especially when you're dealing with spreads where there's a defined limit. Like, it's one thing in futures because guess what? There's really no limit to your profits. Maybe if you're going to sell,
that's right.
But it's not the same in a spread where maybe you've made literally 70, 80% of your potential profit.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And so what I ended up doing is closing that.
Yeah,
I closed, but then
after we ended the show.
But then that's what I did.
Yeah.
I closed it, and then I sold it on the other side.
Nice.
I did, then I closed that.
Yeah.
You know, so it was. You know, it was. Look at this thing; just moves everywhere, man.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, this is a full penny, and now it's right back under, and it's awesome that we just happen to talk about this one of all. But you can see it's right back where it was trading at. It was a decent move. And you were getting a good risk reward to get in it.
Yes.
And it's just oscillating almost right at it. So, that's where if you were in it, unless you had some serious conviction, maybe that's still going topside, maybe you're reading through with the reports that just came out or whatever. But that's a risky trade, being right at market there as you let it go till expiration, because it's basically risking 50 to make 50.
No way.
And it's tough with 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
The news is already out.
When you already could have been up 200%.
Yeah, and really, it made it to 70 at least. I saw on the bid.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow right now down 30, Nasdaq off 12, S&P's off 3.5. We have gold up 13.80, silver's up 17 cents. We'll be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And don't forget, folks, no matter where you are in this great country of ours, right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, then just hit Tiger TV. We broadcast 24 hours a day. We have live content every trading day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. And, of course, today's Thursday. So we have out here today, we got our man Basil Chapman coming up next. We're going to go to the Money Show. They're going to do swim lessons live from the Money Show. Then our man Steve Rhodes, Dave White, John Logan will be doing my show this afternoon, and then Andy Heck.
You got it, man. It's quite a lineup.
There's no doubt. So let's go look at the natural gas contract again, because some of the tigers in this, and it's pulling back off of the spike, and this is where it's so cool. So look at that. Oh my God. See, that's how it's important to take your money, right?
Right. So that there's not even a market up here anymore, of course.
Yeah.
As you know, and that's because what do we have? We have 15 minutes, 16 minutes until expiration now. Yeah, that's quite a move.
Yeah. So we just went, if you're in the car, we went from 168 with that at the top, 168, and we're heading into 164 and a half.
Yeah. So that's 3.5 pennies in 3 minutes. Pretty sick.
Yeah, it is sick.
And we saw the expected. So they had the stockpiles grew by 58 billion cubic feet or 48. The mean was 40 that they estimated. Was it 48?
Contracted, I think, right? They contracted by...
Sorry, yeah, they did. Where's your Bloomberg?
That one, the green one.
We'll get the news.
We can pull it. We can go, let's see, NG...
You can start typing. You're already blanking.
Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll get natural gas. There she is. There it is right there. So they fell 48.
Yeah, and they expected between 37 and 40.
Right, right. So they fell more than their expectation. If we go over to that UNG, which trades, that's the ETF on the natural gas, that's going to a lower low, man. It's amazing. And, I guess, oh, this will be interesting, though. Look at this. So this actually hit a low this morning of 580. It looks like it's coming back into it, and we'll see whether it has heavier volume. This could set up now. Let's, what you do need first, which we don't have, which I said a little bit earlier, you have not got a sign of strength in that market period. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. This morning's not going to be it either, right?
No,
obviously
it is not going to be it. And what we do know is that it's March 3rd, right? So we're coming into spring.
Okay.
We're coming into,
Yeah. Yeah.
less usage of.
If we can just go down all winter, I hear you. How's it turn around coming into the summer?
Right. Yeah. What would happen after, like within a couple more months, and we don't want to even think about this, but what does affect natural gas is that if we get hurricanes in the Gulf.
Okay.
That affects natural gas very quickly.
Sure.
And we've been so lucky we haven't had them in Florida for so long.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's, thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good scene. Let's go take a look at some of the, HLF. So check this out. Herbalife, folks, okay, this has been a battle between Ackerman and Herbalife and Carl Icahn.
Yeah.
And so they come out this morning and they had to restate numbers, but the stock's not even getting killed. It's down $3. It was down $6 pre-market.
Okay.
But this is like it's like a Teflon stock now. It's like, at the beginning, if we pull this back, what you're going to see, the stock got destroyed. I mean, the first leg down took it from $73 down to 24. It goes all the way back up to 83, goes back down to 27 again, and it's hanging up here at 52.
Yeah.
It's like, my God. And check this out. The restate the number today was pretty incredible. So let's see.
They're overstating their growth in new members. That's a pretty big thing to miss on, right? To say what you're growing at.
And that's what Ackerman wrote his paper on.
Okay.
That's what. And we got to get the number, because this number was like a huge number, not a small number. Okay, so Herbalife reported U.S. active members 71% correct value.
I think look at the fourth quarter number. Worldwide active new members, excluding China, 3.2% versus 16.
Exactly. Exactly. It was a huge number. Do you know what I mean? It's like this wasn't like a small deal. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, pretty crazy. We got a question in the den about the bonds. So ZMB. Now, and the bond that we're talking about here is, is it ready to shut? This is the 30-year, okay? So if we pull the 30-year up, let's see, 1 second. I'm short the 10 years right now. I've been short for a few days, and at the end of the day, I close a lot of them out and just open them back up again. USZ 6. So let's see if we pull this up. The 30-year is operating different than the 10Z. That's what's going on. I would be short in the 10 versus the 30. Because yesterday the 30 was up 8 ticks and the 10 still couldn't get any juice, which is unusual. Normally they go together. But if technically, it looks like, see right there's a buyer there. That was a number came out, but that's still a buyer at 163.01. Where the 10 just doesn't have it, and you can see the 10 can't get any juice. The aspect of, I really liked how this 10 traded this morning when the market was down about 80 Dow points. Okay. And the 10 still couldn't get a bid. Because that correlation, the 10 at that point should have got a bid topside, So if you go for the 30, I'd just make sure you put a stop on the other side, because the 30's up 11 ticks right now. And that's all right. That's what was trading yesterday, too. It was trading up 11 ticks. The variation inside the 10 was down 3 ticks up to 1. Excuse me. So that's how that was shaken out. If we go over to the E-mini and we take a look at this E-mini, this market wants higher price. That's the bottom line, folks. This is just a building cause, to get up into that. I suspect in the cash, it wants to get to the 2,000. What's this number? This is a big number, man. So the benchmark that we've been looking at is that December 18th low, which is 2005. Okay. Yesterday you got to 1186, but I got a feeling that this thing's going to go up to that. You can see the gap's only small here, but on the futures it's pretty big. Okay. That's 2043. That's about 60 points.
You're looking at the gap. Literally, I guess it's the gap for December 31st.
It is to January 4th. Okay. Yeah. It's a monster gap, and we were closed, so that makes a difference. There's no doubt about that. But that's what it looks like it wants to go up to. So. And that has to do with that we did take those swing points out and we took them out with volume. So it's like, okay, man.
Look at, we're popping back up.
Isn't that cool? Look at that.
Our possible binary has a market again. It is interesting.
Yeah. And you got...
you have plenty of time. You got 10 minutes.
10 minutes, man. 10 minutes on a binary this close.
It's great we've got to be able to watch this, because that's the benefit of pulling up a demo account, is you can really see how quickly the binaries, when there's this much time left, they're going to swing huge. Right. To there being no market to being we could have gotten it out at 70 in 5 minutes.
Now we're going to be bringing a binary guy on.
That's right.
Yeah. You stay right there, folks. Not right now, but we're going to be bringing him on. Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, we want to hear from you folks. Our number is...
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016, and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 19. Nasdaq's off 8. S&Ps are off 1.5. And, you have a market that is just laying right under these highs. And, the small caps are basically starting to push, and they're pushing with some volume right now. And that has to do with, whether it's the small oil stocks, the small commodity stocks, they've been pushing to higher price pretty quickly.
Yes,
definitely. So if we go over and we take a look at that IWM, what you're going to see is that this is at a higher price right now. This is the only, well, not the only indice when we say the Qs, the diamonds, the SPYs. This is going. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we were at 104.95. You're at 106.69. It's crawling up there. It took that swing out. Let's see, we had 33 million. Yeah, it took it out with 36 million. So it took it out with volume, and bottom line, that's saying, hey, guess what? It's going to lead the rest of the market higher. And yesterday, the volume wasn't bad yesterday for a follow-through. It wasn't great. You know what I mean? But
okay,
for a sideways move,
yes,
up there, it wasn't bad. And realistically, all the market had to do is take that swing point up with volume, because we know we're not going to have bigger volume every day. This thing's it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out.
And we'll check back in on natural gas one more time before the end of the show.
Oh, look at it. It's going to go again. Oh, my God.
So this is where the adrenaline can get pumping on these binaries.
Seriously.
If you're in a demo account and you're just playing with the money, there's no harm in letting this play out and seeing what happens.
Right.
But you can see we literally have about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And we're 19, we'll call it even 1,000th of a dollar away from it, as in
right.
So it's basically right at market.
And the number we're looking at is 167, right?
167.
167.
So this would be, and just to be clear, if we had bought this and we were going to let it, we have to actually be greater than is what we're buying.
Okay.
So if it settles at it, that would be on the negative side, because the actual option is that it's going to expire greater than 1.67.
That's
not,
great
not
information.
Greater than or equal to. Because now if you're selling it, you do get the less than or equal to is basically how you would profit.
That's good to know, man.
Yeah.
And so look at this is where this whole thing gets. You got to be kidding me.
And this is where if you really do start trading these to this short of a time frame, you would want to be exactly sure, because I know in some of those markets they're using like the most recent 5 or 10 trades.
Exactly.
So you don't even it'd be unfortunate if you got 2 ticks over right at the end, but they're averaging the most recent 5 or 10 trades just to make sure, and it's good that the market can't get manipulated basically for 1 tick that goes over it.
That's right.
That tick won't settle the contract
And
by
that's,
itself.
and that's crucial for you to know that.
That's good.
Right.
That's a good thing to have in the market. That's why they set it up that way.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
But it's just important to be aware of, so we can see it's half a thousandth of a point, 1.6695 it was just trading at, and you have about 3 minutes. But on the other side of that, it's
Look at this. It's amazing, actually, when you think about it.
And there it is, and now it's over it by 1/10,000th of a point.
Oh, my God.
So we'll see how it settles out. But that would have been heck of a trade.
Now
it's unfortunate that we
it's
just
3 minutes and it's going over. So now it's 68.
and that's a lot of time, like we know.
Yeah.
So maybe this would, if I was in that, and that's where I think what happens is as it gets to like a minute left.
That's
or
it.
2 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
So you can see actually to the second. 1 minute
1
and
minute
45.
46. Okay.
So it's probably 2 minutes that they're not comfortable setting a market that short.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, because it's really too hard to oscillate a market when really 5 1,000ths of a dollar can define all or none.
No doubt. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Then, of course, swim lessons, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. We'll have John Logan back, and Andy Heck. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.